to be talking about something really interesting right now. Our guest in the studio is Dr. Wet Swanepoel, and he's a professor of audiology at the University of Pretoria. But really it's about hearing and how good is your hearing. When was the last time you got your hearing checked? You know, with eyes, for example, you know that you can't see properly, you go for an eye test. But sometimes, you know, your hearing, you're not aware that you cannot hear properly, especially as you're getting older. How bad is hearing? And we're going to introduce to you this amazing new app, a world first right here on TechBusters. Vet, welcome to the studio. Firstly, hearing. What percentage of the population has hearing issues?
It's actually much more than we anticipate, Aki. In South Africa, it's estimated to be about 3.2 million people who have disabling hearing loss, a permanent disabling hearing loss. If we include milder losses, it's probably double that, close to 6 million. The world is changing very quickly, and sound is now not just in the environment, we're putting sound right into our ears, and not just for a couple of hours, but people are listening to music all the time. And it's actually a major risk that has been identified by the World Health Organization as a priority, especially in adolescents and young adults. In fact, we don't know what the ultimate effect will be, but we know from shorter term studies that there's definitely a risk for permanent hearing damage if you listen to these personal music devices too often.
Wow, okay, that's really interesting. Now, which leads us into our next conversation. Yeah. And this technology that you've been involved with, which is going to be launched on World Hearing Day, which is on the 3rd of March. Tell us about World Hearing Day and what the aim of it is.
So World Hearing Day is an initiative by the World Health Organization. It's being celebrated all over the world in an effort to increase the awareness about the importance of healthy hearing, because healthy hearing is what connects us to the world around us, of course, but also of the risk of hearing loss. And how do we make sure we detect the hearing problem as quick as possible so that we can get to the right kind of interventions.
So now this app that you guys have developed, it's a free download. Firstly, tell us what do people search for?
So the app is called HearZA. So it's hearing for South Africa.
Okay.
And so they can search for it on any Android App Store and the iOS App Store. And it's a free download.
Now this is a world first. So you download the app and just run us through the process. So I know you've got it preloaded on your phone.
Yeah.
So this app is going to give me an indication of how bad my hearing is if I need to in fact go and seek professional help for my hearing, right?
Exactly. So we've developed the app so that a user can download it. They can log in with Facebook or Twitter or any social media, and then it literally takes 2 minutes where they're listening to digits that are presented in noise, and they have to type the digits into a little keypad, and as they get those digits correct or wrong, the noise level changes. It runs for 2 minutes, and then it will give you a very accurate estimate of your hearing ability. In fact, we've done studies over the past 2 years that show that its accuracy is above 90%. So we're very confident that it can and will detect hearing problems in South Africans. And our idea is that every single South African should have the opportunity to have their hearing assessed using this tool. We're trying to decentralize that first access to hearing healthcare. So we're taking screening and early detection to people in communities right into their homes where they can actually do that test. And then we've also, of course, want to close the loop. So after you've done the test, we have partnered with the South African Association of Audiologists and the South African Association for Speech-Language Pathologists, so that you will be linked to your closest hearing healthcare provider according to your geolocation. So it's not just about getting the results, it's actually about making sure that once you've done it, you know where to go to next. There's a new field called hearables, so it's not just hearing aids, but there are actually companies, big tech companies that are now developing devices that you put into the ear where you can set on a smartphone app the way you want to listen to the environment around you. So it's becoming much more acceptable to put devices in your ear, and into the future we're going to see all kinds of hybrids of hearing aids and hearables and things that will help you in the environment to hear better. So I think it's changing. It has already changed. You know, I think our perspectives sometimes are that hearing aids are these big clunky pieces of tech that you hang on your ear. They're much smaller now. They can be completely into the ear canal, and they're extremely high tech. I mean, a lot of research, R&D that go into that.